All right, so now that we're started, today's video, we're going to talk about some things that we really miss about Revan when, was it before he was 6 months old? So everything up until he was 6 months old.
Newborn to like, just born to 6 months.
Yeah. So, I don't know, you want to go first? Ladies first?
No.
No? Okay. So one thing that I really missed about the newborn phase of a baby, especially with him, was how cuddly he was. I don't know if he would say he was cuddly, but he used to fall asleep on us.
Yeah, it's not that he was cuddly, it's that he was a newborn. So all they want to do is sleep.
Yeah.
And they don't mind sleeping on you. Like, if I had any piece of advice for new parents, it would be to not worry about all the stuff you have to get done and just enjoy those moments where they're sleeping on you.
Yeah, because it'll go by very quickly and you will miss it. And I just miss laying down with him on the couch and he just has his head on my chest. We're just napping together. I might have a picture I can put up in the video, but I miss that so much.
He slept on me for legitimately 5 hours one day. I was kind of feeling a little depressed that day. Postpartum is a bitch, and I was like, I don't want to be around people. I don't want to do anything. I got him up in his nursery. I sat in that friggin' recliner, and he slept on me for 5 hours straight. It was amazing.
Yeah, so that's my thing. How about you?
I guess I would agree with that. I mean, he's 7 months old now, and he honestly doesn't want anything to do with me. He doesn't. It's really sad. But I guess on top of that, I would say I miss him wanting us over everyone else.
Yeah, because nowadays he'll reach out to other people when he wants their attention.
The day your child reaches out to someone else while they're in your arms is the day when you want to murder all your close family and friends.
Murder everybody.
Yeah.
I think earlier today she didn't want to murder me because I had just woken up, came out to the living room, he was hanging out on her lap, and then as soon as I sat down next to him, he looked at me and just like, ha!
It's not like I carried him for 9 months or birthed him out of my vagina. It's fine.
Yeah, I just, sat there looking cool. Getting yelled at.
Well, another one that I thought of was all of his noises. Newborns don't make a lot of noise unless they're screaming and crying and carrying on. God forbid your baby has gas. Just saying. That's the worst experience of parenting I've had so far. But nowadays, just the hilarious noises that babies make is off the chain. It's wild. I didn't know that throats could make the noises that they make, but babies will learn a new sound, and that is all they want to do for hours on end. That's all they want to do.
So wait, what do you miss exactly then?
I guess I just miss the lack of repetition with the noises. Because the same noise over and over and over again for like an hour straight can get exhausting because you feel the need to do it back. Whether you plan on it or not, you will make the noise back. Because it's like a rite of passage as a parent. You make the noise that your baby makes at you. Because you're like having this conversation. It's like when your cat meows at you and you meow back and you know for sure you're talking to them. It's this whole conversation. You just have to make it back. So if your baby goes, you do it back. Yeah.
He was doing that for a long time.
Yes.
I remember what my other thing is that I miss. So this is kind of a positive and negative thing. So I miss how immobile he was back then. When you could just leave him for a second, not worry about him rolling or crawling or doing anything that could
lay him on your bed while you're folding your clothes.
Yeah.
And he just lays there watching you like a little lump.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love how mobile he is now for the most part. But there are some times when I'm just like, man, I really wish I could just sit you down and not worry about you for a sec so I can go take care of something.
Or God forbid you have to pee.
Yeah. If you had to go to the bathroom and you're the only one around him, I mean, we could put him in his exerciser, but he's only good with that for a little while. But I miss that we could just put him down and not have to worry about him rolling off somewhere. Now, when we put him on our bed, he'll try to crawl off the edge of the bed. So,
or even just changing his diaper. There was a time where he was so small and fit on the changing table so well There was a time.
That's right. Now when we try to change his diaper, it's like a battle. He's just kicking all over the place, trying to stick his feet in his mouth.
I have to cycle through distraction toys. He gets tired of a toy after, 3 changes? And I have to cycle through. I have a whole collection of just distraction toys.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, so.
All they're there for is to distract him from his feet while I'm trying to change his diaper.
We just miss how immobile he was sometimes. Like I said, for the most part, we love how mobile he is now. It's really cool watching him getting around and how his crawling progressively got better. But yeah, I just wish we could leave you somewhere and not have to worry about you. Alright, that was mine.
Okay. I miss the lack of responsibility when it comes to feeding. When you have a newborn, you feed them one thing. Either breast milk or formula. That's it. That's all you gotta worry about. You can put all your energy into that one source of nutrients. That's it. Now he's eating adult food, or like, I don't want to say people food because he's not a dog, but he's eating like adult food, like big kid food. And having to research what I can give him, how big do you know the heart attack you have when it tells you give your baby steamed carrots? There's no image showing you how to cut them. There's no explanation for how long to steam them. So I don't know what his gummy little mouth can handle. He has no teeth. What do? I guess.
Yeah, sometimes when you give him waffles, I worry that, I know you make them really soft, but because how I normally eat waffles, they're a little crunchy.
No.
So I worry about his little gums like getting scratched up a little bit by the waffles sometimes.
Here's the key. You put the toaster super low, just enough to make it warm and soft, and then just in case there's crunchies, you smash it with your hand when you take it out to get all the crusties off.
Yeah. So I guess yours was feeding.
Yeah, how easy feeding was before, when there was nothing to think about except, formula.
I know. It kind of goes back to the whole mobile thing. I miss that we didn't have to worry about him climbing out of the crib. Now he's learning realizing that he can pull himself up to a standing position. So we recently had to lower his crib mattress because once he started realizing he could pull himself up, he started trying to climb it like immediately after. Yeah, I'm talking about you. He tried to climb it and just climb over, and so that gave us a heart attack. So we lowered it, and now that we lowered it, he's trying even more now to try to climb over it. So
honest to God, I wish we had just put it on the lowest possible when we first got the crib.
Yeah, but I have bad old man back.
My brother and sister-in-law were nice enough to put it together, and I remember they asked me like which one I wanted it on. I was like, well, we should probably put it on the highest because he's gonna be so little and stuff. I regret that. I regret it. I do. It was a pain in the
tushy.
Yes.
Tushy.
It was a pain to actually to actually lower it, especially now when we're just old and fragile and fried. There's so many pros now that he's a little older.
I got another one. Swaddles. I miss Swaddles.
Swaddles are your friends.
I miss them.
I admit not every baby likes Swaddles, but if your baby likes Swaddles, please invest in some. They will save your life, honestly.
So, not having to worry about putting him in pajamas, I could just put him in a diaper, put him in a swaddle, zip him up.
He was also born in August, so if your baby was born in winter, you're still gonna want to put a onesie on him.
Yeah, I suppose, or just get a really thick swaddle. I'll just say I'm kind of a lazy person, so the thought of just putting him in a diaper and putting him in this I don't know, like a sleeping bag kind of thing, and just zipping him up in there, not having to worry about getting his legs and this pant leg or his arms through that arm, because I always worry that I'm going to break his fingers or something because they get caught on the sleeve while trying to pull him through. Not having to worry about that is something I miss so much.
When I remember when we first brought him home, I was scared to change his outfit. He just seemed so fragile.
Yeah.
So fragile, and at the hospital I really didn't do any caring for him. I'd hold him and I'd love on him, but I was still recovering, so I didn't do any of the baby care. I was so scared when we got home. The first time I changed his diaper, I was so scared. I was like, okay, if I lift his legs up, is it gonna hurt him? His little toothpick legs that are not so toothpicky now. Felt like the doughboy, this kid.
He's got some thighs. We call him Sir Chives. Was it Sir Chunky Thighs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll hate us later, but that's alright.
Yeah, we got it on video now. Our son's name is Sir Chives. Well, I got another one. I'm just like full of things I miss apparently.
Once you started, you're just like, oh, I remember one.
Yeah.
I mentioned it in the car.
Yeah.
I miss how much people want to help you when you have a newborn. It's like, he's 7 months now. We're all pros. Nobody gives a...
2 flying poops about it.
No one gives 2 flying poops about whether we need help with him or not, which is not to say that they don't care. It's just they assume we got it. You know, when you have a newborn, everybody wants to help you. People come over constantly and they're like, oh, let me take care of him, let me feed him. At this point, my sister comes over and I'm like, you want to feed him? She's like, no, I just come over here for the cuddles. I don't come over here to work.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, fine.
I do kind of miss that too.
Yeah. It is nice to have all the help in the world because it does take a village to raise a kid. I mean, our family is very, very helpful. But man, we had people coming over every day after he was born to help us out.
So the one I thought of, I miss how easy it was to feed him. So kind of going off of what you were saying with feeding, except for me, it's with the bottles because now, again, he's just so active. He does not sit still. When we try to feed him a bottle, he's always just squirming, moving around, trying to look at everything while he's eating. He can't stay focused. So, like back then, we just pop a bottle in his mouth, he'll just eat, go to sleep.
Yep.
Now, he's got to fight you trying to look at everything while eating at the same time. And yeah, we're talking about you. Don't look at me like that. He will not sit still anymore when we're trying to feed him. It can be a pain. Sometimes I have to like flip him so he's just facing me and I'm sitting on the bed and I just have his head by my feet to use my feet as a pillow, so he's just looking at me and he's just cradled in between my legs and I just stare at him while he's eating to make sure I have his attention so he can stop squirming and stop trying to roll out of our arms and stuff.
I don't know, I don't think I have anymore.
Yeah, apparently I'm just nostalgic. Am I a lazy bad dad or something because I miss all these easy things when he was a newborn?
But that's really what it is. People will tell you all the time, the hardest part is getting past the newborn phase. But I actually think that's bullhickey.
Well, I think it's
hard in a sense, but like for us, I feel like it wasn't as hard as for some people because he slept so well.
Yeah.
If he didn't sleep through the night, it would have been absolute, HE double hockey sticks.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah.
But I think because he slept through the night, for us, honestly, the newborn phase was pretty easy. When you think about it, your newborn is nothing but a little bundle of needs. So you have, 3 needs you have to fulfill? They either want to eat, have their diaper changed, or sleep. Sometimes they want attention, but as a newborn...
They don't really know what attention is.
Yeah.
They just want food.
They like the comfort of being held and stuff, but yeah, there's usually, if a baby's crying and they're newborn, run through those 3 options, you'll figure out which one it is.
Yeah.
When they're a little older, those 3 options can
turn into 6. Yeah. It could be one of anything. It could be hungry, sleepy, needed to be changed. He just wants to crawl around.
Yeah, it could be a combination of all of those, and you just don't know which one to do first, because God forbid you get the order wrong, and you put him down for a nap, and he was not ready for a nap. World War III in that crib. So I'm just saying, newborns, I think it's a lie that that's the hardest part. I think that it's harder the older they get, because you also have more decisions to make as a parent the older they get.
Thought of another thing. I miss how not as randomly loud he could get. Like back when he was a newborn, he only really cried when he needed something. Mm-hmm. Now, he would just yell just to talk. Which, I mean, it's fine. It's not a problem. But when I'm working...
there is a certain shriek that he does for fun. When he's having fun and he's just really hyped on his toys, he'll do this shriek.
Yeah.
And it is piercing. We're talking Chihuahua barking at the mailman piercing. Okay, it's not...
like now a little bit. It's not the shriek.
That was just a cute
it's not the
one.
shriek, but he's going to build
that
up
was
to
a
it.
cute
He'll build up to it. But it seems like it's always at the most inopportune moments for me because I'm working from home currently, and he has these times when he wants to do it while I'm in a meeting. So I have to mute myself in the meeting so that other people don't hear him screaming in the background, enjoying his fun times that he's having.
Yeah, you can never really be prepared for when babies are going to discover that their throats can make these fun noises. They'll just do it. They just will.
Well, I think I exhausted my list of things I miss. How about you?
No, at this point I'm just thinking about things that I don't miss.
That'll have to be a video for another time. Things that we don't miss, that we're glad he doesn't do anymore.
Or even just, not even just him. Just things that we don't miss about that phase.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed. If you have kids of your own, why don't you make comments for us down below on things that you miss about like the first 6 months of your baby's life. Tell us if you agree with our list or if you have some ones that you want to add to it for your situation, because I feel like every kid is different in every kind of situation. It's a wide range of things that you can deal with kids.
And also keep in mind, these are not to say that we, disliked the newborn on up to 6 month phase by any means. We loved it. And we love this phase too, very much.
Every phase has their pros and cons.
Yeah.
They have their gifts and they have their drawbacks.
And I think it's healthy for parents to be honest with themselves. You don't, you're not the perfect parent if you have 0 complaints, okay? You're the perfect parent if you know when to complain.
You know when to pick your battles with those sort of things.
And I think with everything, people will miss things and they won't miss things.
Yeah.
And I think it can just be fun to reminisce, especially us with this being our first kid, to look back and reminisce on the things that we're like, oh man, I wish we had really taken the time to cherish that a little more.
Yes, like for me, the number one thing is him sleeping on me. I miss that so much. He would not sit still to sleep on you anymore.
I would torture myself. He'd be laying on me and I'd be like, God, you're so cute, but I have so much to do.
Yeah, it's like when people have cats and the cat lays on them and they don't want to move.
Yep, they're like, all right, I can't move. I'm stuck here. I live here now.
Yeah, when he slept on us back then, did not want to move for anything.
No, but then but because it's me, all I could think about was like, oh man, I have this to do and this to do, but if I put him down, he might cry, and he's sleeping so hard.
Yeah.
And honestly, I just look back and I wish that I had just told myself, just calm down. Like, just stop, look at that tiny little face before it's a teenager and talking back to you, and just cherish that little face. And don't worry about the over, because you know what? Now he wants nothing to do with me. I'm not exciting anymore, and I have all the time in the world to do these things. And I don't want to do them anymore. That's right.
Yeah.
I think he agrees.
Alright, well, I guess that's going to be the end of this video. I guess stay tuned for the next one where we talk about things we don't miss about this first 6 months of having a newborn. I don't know if that list will be about the same length or maybe a little shorter.
It's probably going to be shorter. I'd be worried if it wasn't shorter.
Yeah.
Because that really is a magical phase of a baby's life. Mostly for the parents. Yeah. It's hard for the baby.
Anyways, like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. Like to do vlogs, little sit down talks like this. You don't ever see this beautiful lady very often because she's too beautiful for camera. And like to talk about tech. We actually have that microphone set up that I want to talk about at some point after we get it all set up and ready to go for her to be a voice actress, hopefully in the next Persona game. That's my dream. I don't know about hers, but that's my dream. So I can romance the mess out of her in that game. And I know you think it's weird. I don't think it's weird, but we'll catch you in the next video. Peace.